Welcome to Module 7 of Building and Crafting Your Unique Brand Identity. You have to have a way to stand out in the marketplace. You have to have a way to be different, to be perceived as a category of one. And there's really just one best way to do this, and that is a personal brand. I realize that for some, this will be a turnoff. It'll feel egotistical or even narcissistic, but I assure you it's not. It's in service to your customers because it lets them know who you are and what you stand for, and that's what will attract them to do business with you. What is a personal brand? It's the quickest path I know to get to the know, like, trust factor. You know that people do business with people or companies that they know, like, and trust. With a personal brand, you can change that formula to know, love, and trust if you allow your personality to come through clearly and truthfully. Another advantage of having a personal brand is it's almost impossible to copy. I say almost because I've had a couple of instances of friends and colleagues who had someone actually try to copy their brand right down to their actual name. That's pretty easy to shut down, though. All you have to do is send a cease and desist letter most times, and that'll take care of it. It doesn't happen very often, so it's not something to worry about. And anyway, it's almost impossible for somebody to get away with impersonating you on the internet. I wouldn't worry about it. Even if they could, let me just camp on this for a moment. Even if they could copy you and they could get away with it, which they can't, but even if they could, you are the originator. You're the original. They are not. There are things you can do to make it clear that you're the one and only. And I really would stress to you that even if you have somebody who's trying to steal your name and your logo and so forth, they still can't be you, and it becomes obvious to people who are following that they are not you. So it's not possible to copy and steal your personal brand. You build loyalty with a personal brand. People become loyal to you and they'll do business with you even if perhaps you're more expensive or more inconvenient. In fact, sometimes because you're more expensive and because you're more inconvenient and because they have a personal bond to your brand, they will stay loyal to your business. And there's the like factor. This is different from the know, like, and trust factor. What do I mean by like? I'll explain in a moment. First, I want to talk to you about the quality that beginners have, new copywriters have, that grizzled veterans and people who have an established space in the market, who are known quantities, who maybe you perceive as being famous competitors that are difficult to beat, they lack a quality that you as a beginner or a new copywriter or a person with a new copywriting business may have. And that quality is passion and enthusiasm, and it translates into energy. You're probably more excited about copywriting than most of the veterans I know. Many of them have become bored with the subject of copywriting. Some of them have become bored with writing copy. I've become neither, and that's why I've had longevity in the marketplace and how you can come in and make a big splash quickly. Like my student, Dr. Douglas Pugh. He's a new copywriter within the last year. He's become certified as one of my certified copywriters. And he has really made a splash in the marketplace, moving and shaking among the top-level copywriters in the business because of his passion, his enthusiasm, and his energy. Do not underestimate the power of this quality of being an excited, passionate, enthusiastic, energetic beginner. It is your distinct advantage, I assure you. Now, what about the like factor? Like people who are like them, they like people they like, and they like people they want to be like. The secret power of having a personal brand is that they like you. And I want you to read this statement one more time because this is very important and maybe the most important thing I can teach you about branding yourself. People like people who are like them. So think about who your audience is. They're people who are like you, most likely. They like people they like. So people who don't like you, don't worry about them. And people like people they want to be like. So give them a model to emulate. Be an example of the best you can possibly be. Because people like people who are like them, people they like, and people they want to be like. A very important distinction to have and to keep in mind as you're building your personal brand. More on this in the next lesson. Let's move on.